What's up again, everybody? We have some breaking news for a brand new box product for the Flesh and Blood community, and it's one that has been rumored ever since all the way back in Worlds. The professor of Tolarian Community College went up on stage at the preview, kind of like before the World Championship dinner type thing, and talked about this product, and that product is the collaboration between Flesh and Blood and the Tolarian Community College brand. It's called Round the Table, and we didn't quite know what it was going to be. It could have been any number of things, and we still don't quite know what it's going to be, but we have more information about it, and it's information that should get you very excited if you love Flesh and Blood, and if you are wondering where your support is for your specific class, this could be a possible answer for you. So let's talk about this product and what it could mean for the game going forward. So the Fab TCC collaboration product looks like it's going to retail for about $70, most likely $70 US, around there, and release sometime around September 8th, 2023. Now, I'm sure these release dates are subject to change, but I would imagine that if it's printed in ICV2, which is very much a magazine for local game stores to like look and price things out and order and things like that, this would be pretty close, if not right on, where it's going to be released. So September the 8th, only a couple of months away, not too terribly short of a time, but good enough space in between our upcoming Dusk Till Dawn set and perhaps whatever else comes down the way. This looks like it'll fit nicely in between. And what is it? Well, Community College for this new set is kind of funny a way to put it. It's just community. You just go into community college. That's all you're doing. Players can play as the professor in a high-tech Evo mech suit, as well as a bard named Melody and a guardian named Brevant. Now, here's the interesting thing. That's 3 named heroes, but it says this set comes with 4 ready-to-play blitz decks with over 100 new cards and a 24-inch rubber playmat, and a 1,000 count storage box for cards. So what does that actually entail? Well, first of all, that gives us 3 out of the 4 heroes that we could be seeing. The 4th one, it does not say what it is, and that's intriguing. And then it also tells us that we're getting 1 playmat, which I don't know if that hints at anything. I guess it could perhaps hint at something. And a 1,000 count storage box. Why would we need a 1,000 count storage box? Maybe it's just like a commemorative box that kind of goes with it, and it's easy to kind of throw in there as a packaging setup. Or maybe it alludes to something that could be expandable in nature going forward. So let's talk about options and things that it could be. First of all, we have 3 blitz decks that are different heroes and would appear to be different classes. The professor, obviously, it's why I dusted off the dash background, a avid lover and player of Mechanologist, loves the aesthetic of it. I've talked to him about it before. Melody is a bard, and we don't necessarily know how that's going to play, but we already have 1 bard in the game, and it's Yorick, and no one wants to play as Yorick, so we can assume that it's not going to play like Yorick and combine everyone's decks. And instead it's going to have some other mechanics attached to it. Obviously, it's going to have its own cards. Maybe they're going to be generic, maybe some bard class cards. And then also a guardian, a very well-established class, a very well-established card pool, but could be getting new cards as well. And we did see a guardian just right off into the sunset in Oldham, so this could be a possible, I don't know, this could be a talented guardian, actually, now that we think about it. This could be a talented guardian. It could be like an earth guardian, or maybe it could be like what if they did like a lightning guardian? That would actually be kind of cool. It could be talented. It could be talented in another way. Maybe these are all Mechanologist talents. That would be really interesting. Nevertheless, we have 3 different blitz decks and then 1 unnamed blitz deck to this point, which leads me to believe that this could either be a very easy plug and play UPF style buy a box, sit down and play it product, wherein you convince like your friends to all go in on this product. It's like a board game-esque type scenario, like those back there that I have in my background, and you just bring your friends over for game night, you slam these down, everyone picks a deck, and then you just play UPF multiplayer. Could be that. It could also be an early introduction to PvE. It could be PvE because what could be set up here is 3 heroes against 1 hero. 3 against 1. The one deck is the one that's not spoiled, is perhaps the boss deck. And the other heroes are playing against that boss deck. I don't know, maybe they threw the playmat in because the playmat matches the boss, and the boss owns the playmat and like uses the playmat in a different way that functions perhaps differently. That could be a really interesting, like, learn how to play the game kind of product where it's 3 people versus 1. Maybe the one like boss player is like helping kind of guide the others along like a dungeon master in a campaign type scenario, or maybe that player is just straight up trying to win against 3 players in some way, shape, or form. I could see it going either way, but what I do definitely think is that no matter how they slice it, you could probably use these decks as teaching tools almost. And the reason I say that is knowing how the professor likes things and knowing the kind of person that he is, I would imagine that these decks are approachable enough or are designed to be like learning experience type things. A way to kind of plug players in at a cheap price point. You can get 4 people together, teach them how to play these decks, and if they don't like that one, swap it with another one, swap it with another one. Here's a playmat. Here are some new cards that you can get your hands on, get access to, and play, expanding on the world and the card pools that are already existing in the game. So I could see these all being very kind of like intro friendly products, no matter how they take it. If I had to bet, I would guess that the 4th one is a wizard. Or even better, a pirate. That's what I want to guess. The fourth hero has to be a pirate. How cool would that be? It's got to be a pirate. No, I have no clue. But either way, I want to figure out how this bard plays because I think that would be very interesting. And I don't know why the 1,000 count storage box, but if it is PvE related, then you could use that 1,000 count storage box as you add, I don't know, maybe like scenarios or things like that to a campaign over time. Would be really interesting. But if this is a UPF product, which if I had to go between the two of them, because LSS said that PvE is coming out next year, not to expect it until next year, this would more likely be a UPF product. And if it is a UPF product, then that 4th hero could literally just be anything. And that leads me to this next part, and this is hugely important. So listen. If you're worried about your hero and your class not getting support in a set like Dusk Till Dawn that is definitely all about telling the story of light versus shadow, this is the type of product that could give you support while also giving you something else to do with those cards. You can pick up these cards to function as expansions to your card pool. A la Mechanologist. Mechanologist hasn't seen a big full-on set yet, right? It hasn't seen a full set support, but it's gotten support in supplemental sets. This, I mean, obviously you're going to be getting a Mechanologist in the form of the Professor, which is hilarious, and he's going to be bringing with him, a retinue of new cards and new possible deck building ideas. This is a way for you as the Mechanologist player to gain more, cards and strategies in your card pool, right? The same thing could be said for any other underserved classes. So what other underserved classes are there? Well, Brood is getting a little bit of love in this upcoming Dusk Till Dawn set. Not necessarily just all generic Brood stuff, but Shadow Brood, of course, getting a lot. And then we did see a legendary Brute headpiece that is absolutely cracked, and then some other kind of ancillary things that they have access to. Then the question becomes, so if Brute got enough, what other classes are underserved? We just had Ninja. Assassin has been built on. Obviously, Azuri's here now. Wizard had a set. I don't know. Tell me in a comment below. What other hero, what other class, I should say, needs more cards, needs more support? I want to know if you think it's Brute. If Brute is the answer, put it down in the comments below, because it could be just a Brute thing there. But I don't know. I think it'd be really interesting. And if this is sort of a themed set, we have a Mechanologist, a Guardian, a Bard. What goes with that? Like, what's the 4th hero that you put with that? I don't know. If you're thinking of this like all playing against each other, or like 1v1, like have a game night 1v1, what's the 4th hero that fits well? Runeblade's getting support already. I mean, I don't, at this point, I'm just gonna say Wizard because I'm rooting hard for Wizard. Wizard would be great. I would love a Wizard. I don't know. Let me know in a comment below what you think it's gonna be as the 4th hero, but this is a product that was mentioned previously and kind of radio silence before, and now we have some info. So I wanna know what you think about it in a comment below. Also, thank you so much for making this number climb slightly higher. All of you that pressed the button over the past day or two made that number over here, this one right here, go up a good bit. And look, when it crosses over and makes this one change to a 4, we have a party as a family. It'll be great. As always, everybody, thanks for watching.